Hi, I'm Gloria Kenyon, Public Programs Coordinator with the Smithsonian American Art Museum, and I'm here today with our Handi Hour craft for February 10th, and we will be making string art. We're going to use a cork board. This is a 6x6 cork board, and map pins, which you probably haven't seen since elementary school, which are the little pins with the big head. You could also use traditional push pins. They don't work quite as well. The embroidery floss doesn't wrap quite as well. And that's another thing, we're using embroidery floss, not yarn. So to make today's template, I'm making a G for Gloria. And I have my template that I printed out. I just found a font I really liked and printed it out, cut it out, made sure it was sized properly. And also helpful are scissors. And if you want to be really precise, you can actually use a ruler to place your pins to make sure everything is nice and even. So let's get started making our design. So you're going to take your board and center your template, or if you wanted to skew, you could also do that. So I like it nice and centered. I'm just going to take our pins and start placing them around. And you want to place them, this is where the ruler actually could come in handy. If you want to place them so many centimeters apart to make sure you get a nice even border around it is very helpful. And you want to make sure you're on the outside of your template. Don't push through the template because you won't be able to get it back up at the end. I'm doing white pins today because I like the nice contrast of the white and the pink. So I've got all my pins all around my template, and I'm just going to gently pull my template out. So now you have your nice design of pins. So we're going to take our embroidery thread. I'm actually going to use this whole skein for this whole design. And I like to take it, create a tiny knot before I slide it over. And so then we're just going to loop it around the pins kind of as we see fit. There's no rhyme or reason to how you create the design. Your goal is just to eventually fill in the whole piece. So at the end, you've got a nice, complex pattern. So I'm at the end of my thread, and I'm just going to do a couple more final loops and tie it off. And for that last thread, you can just tuck it in, trim it off. I like to tuck it in. You can glue it and just kind of hide it. And then at the end, you've got your G or your design.